Leader of the third party.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. As has already been pointed out in this House in our 2 short weeks together, we measure what we value. In BC, our official measures of economic progress are inadequate and incomplete. A focus only on gross domestic product as the dominant metric of economic health has skewed our view of what really matters. GDP favours short-term wealth creation and consumption over long-term wealth generation, sustainability, and intergenerational fairness. GDP goes up with every car crash, oil spill, and purchase of bottled water, but not when we protect our watersheds. We wouldn't accept this single-minded measure of success in any other aspect of our lives. As a rookie on Budget Day, I was hesitant to ask the Minister of Finance a question on a busy and challenging day, so my question is to the Executive Council. Does the government have the tools in place to evaluate outcomes from this afternoon's budget using a broad set of well-being indicators that matter to British Columbians?
Minister of Jobs and Economic Development.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you, Member Opposite, for the question. Our government has a robust set of programs and services that are supporting communities and well-being on the ground, and we're really monitoring the well-being through a series, and I know that even our poverty reduction strategy report was tabled yesterday, continuing to ensure that we're supporting British Columbians through what is currently, Mr. Speaker, a very difficult time, and it's going to be more difficult. And we've been working to ensure affordability is tackled with programs across a bunch of different ministries to ensure we're tackling affordability for families, for affordability for businesses, supporting our economies to thrive as we tackle this challenge with our strengthen, respond, and diversify strategy in this tariff moment.
Member supplemental.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Thank you to the Minister for the answer. We need better tools that measure the success of these programs and services and measure the fulfillment and well-being of our people, the long-term impacts of our spending decisions, and whether our communities are becoming safer and more resilient. We need to look beyond short-term politics and focus on building a thriving British Columbia. Countries around the world are adopting indices of well-being that measure economic income, plus a full suite of indicators such as the environment, culture, safety, recreation, health, and education. The upheaval of today's tariffs is an opportunity for the province to develop a Made in BC Wellbeing Index. My question, again to the government, will they work with this House to establish a wellbeing framework tailor-made for British Columbia?
Minister.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and thank you, Member Opposite. In this moment, we know our communities and our businesses and our workers are being impacted. And I appreciate the Member Opposite's question around meeting this moment while we're really taking care to see what's happening on the ground in our communities. That's why our government has set up the Business Task Force. That's why we have the poverty reduction strategy metrics having been tabled yesterday. That's why our ministry is listening to and engaging with businesses. I've been meeting, Mr. Speaker, with businesses across the community, with local governments, with Indigenous communities and industry associations, so that we can engage through this crisis to ensure we're supporting British Columbians, protecting jobs, protecting our communities, continuing to monitor our outcomes so that we're doing the best we can together to support our communities through this crisis.